was just Halloween 4 days ago.
Yeah.
For some retailers, Christmas has arrived.
John Lewis is one company leading the charge with the release of its iconic Christmas advert this morning, 10 days early, before bonfire night. Still excited to have a full look, though. Oh, I know.
We're all pretty close to the edge here in the studio. That was lovely.
There's all sorts of overtones of loss and departure and
gifting,
and
love,
gifting
sharing
and loving.
Let's speak to consumer reporter Harry Wallach while we pull ourselves together here in the studio. I think it's a bit of a hit here in the studio.
Oh, Harry's laughing. He's too tough for this.
No, he's laughing at us. He's laughing at us.
Oh, he's laughing at us.
You two soppies. I mean, gosh almighty. If I was Steven Spielberg, I want my money back. I mean, it's just a straight rip-off of E.T. I mean, which is, of course, one of the best films of the 1980s, so maybe that's not a bad thing.
We just said, Ranveer was just saying it's like Stranger Things, which is the Netflix series from 11 and the sort of relationship she creates there as well. But there's something about it, though, Harry, whether it's a rip-off of E.T. or something we've maybe seen before, it still creates a sentiment and an excitement. Do you think it's back on track for John Lewis? I mean, they've brought... And let's talk about the fact that they've brought this forward. I think it's 10 days earlier than last year's advert, isn't it?
It's about a week earlier. Okay. Yes, it is a bit earlier. And some people get very upset about seeing Christmas adverts in November, before Remembrance Sunday. But those people have been upset for a long time because Christmas adverts have been showing in early November for as long as I can remember. So it's not a... I mean, I don't think it's... The reason it's going early is because all the retailers say that people are just mad keen on Christmas this year. They are searching for Christmas products. They are buying Christmas products earlier than ever. John Lewis says that Christmas searches are up 50%. I think M&S say a lot of people will have finished their Christmas shopping. I think a third of people will have finished their Christmas shopping by the end of November. So, if people are looking for it and seeking it out, why not go early? And for a lot of people, the John Lewis advert is sort of almost the start of the Christmas season. I know that sounds strange, but it is true.
It does feel like a big signal, doesn't it? And you say it's ripping off E.T., but E.T. is a story about love and divide as well. So I think Mr. Spielberg took some inspiration from someone else first. Do you think part of the reason why people are going early is all those warnings from companies like Amazon about buying early and all those issues about supply chain? Have people listened and decided to grab the joy a bit earlier?
Oh, completely. I mean, it's a sort of slightly self-fulfilling prophecy. The retailers talk about shortages on the shelves. The toy retailers were doing it very heavily a few weeks ago. And, of course, that does encourage people to go early to ensure they get what they really want. So it's a perfectly sensible tactic. And John Lewis, to give them... I thought that last year's advert was a bit of a damp squib. It was a lot of the retailers' adverts last year were very sort of charity heavy. They didn't really know what tone to strike. Everyone had such a weird year in 2020, and they were a bit sort of underwhelming, frankly. And this is a bit of a return to form for John Lewis. It's very heartwarming. It's got a sort of 1980s pop classic. I happen to love that song, covered by a breathy female. It ticks all the boxes. It makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. And you can even then go out and buy the Christmas jumper from John Lewis. Though very upsettingly, you can't buy one with the sparkly lights because they say it's not very eco-friendly. So they're only selling one without the lights.
Really?
You're joking. OK.
Why
They need to find a more eco-friendly way of delivering on that because that's what everybody's going to be after.
Yeah.
Harry, always great to get your thoughts. Lots of people getting in touch. OK, Lauren says, oh, my goodness, the John Lewis ad has done me. Nicole said, I'm so not welling up over the John Lewis Christmas ads. Susan said, love it, beautiful. Hassa, no tears for me, quite boring. Sharon, didn't do it for me this year. Jules, sorry, no, I'm not feeling the new Christmas adverts. It is too early for Jules. I loved it. And I love the song. I think what Harry touched on there. Lola Young is the young lady that sings that song.
Yeah.
And the original was...
It is a lovely breath. The original was a big hit, yeah. Big hit on Smooth
Kate tried to sing it for me earlier. I didn't recognise it when she sang it.
Maybe we'll play the new version as well.